Evening again, Team Get Assist. This is Brent here. What we're going to do is talk about impulses. So, impulse is essentially the spice to your pitch, right? Now, if people aren't familiar with impulses, let's talk about the home shopping channel for a second. Within that 30-second infomercial, they are riddled with impulses. Society itself, we are impulsive doing things every single day. Whether it be, would you like an upsize on your coffee? Would you like fries with that? Would you like to get the extended warranty on your vehicle or on your mattress? There's always impulses within our life. It's letting us on that split second decision impulsively buy something, right? Now I'm gonna explain 6 different impulses to you guys that has worked for me over the last 14 years in the sales world. Something that was taught to me on day 3 in my sales, and I'd love to be able to share this with you guys. So we use a term called F.U.J.I.G.I. So the 6 impulses consist of fear of loss, urgency, Jones effect, importance, greed, and indifference. So fear of loss is feeling like you're missing out on an opportunity, right? So let's talk about towards Get Assist as an example. I'm looking for a plumber that I want to work with by the end of the day Friday. It's Thursday. The plumber is inside here, right? It's either I can, sit down with you or I got to find a guy by Friday. So this is where I'm capping it off, right? So that way the person's looking at being like, listen, I'm not going to wait 2 weeks before I respond back to him. It's like, no, I need a guy by end of day Friday, right? So it's either you're missing the boat or you're going to jump on board the boat with me. So fear of loss, you always want to be able to have that control over the amount of service providers you want to work with. Now, don't misrepresent it, saying like, oh, I'm only looking for 2 and that's it. There's going to be an add-on to it. It's, I'm looking for a plumber that I can work with by the end of the week, right? So are you my plumber? Yes, no, right? If they say yes, great. If not, it's like, you want to push it in the right direction. It's, hey, if you sign up with me today, right, I'll give you a special discount just for today. Only as long as you're sitting on that seat, I'll give you the discount. If you're not, then you're going to pay the full membership when it's all said and done, right? So now they're thinking like, okay, well, I'm getting a good deal right now. We find in our location as well, if they give out a discount and it doesn't work for them, they run to me and say, listen, we can do a special managerial discount on behalf of Brent, right? So I'll come in and say, listen, I typically don't do this, but I need a plumber by today. Let's get you on board. This is what my sales code is, right? And then apply it in there, and they end up signing up for it. So fear of loss, a very effective manner. Second one, urgency. Urgency is all about your tonality, right? It's using power words like now, today, as soon as possible, right? It's an urgent matter, right? These things allow people to be like, they focus up, they listen, right, in on it, right? So I'm looking to sit down with you for a quick 2-minute conversation, right? How long is it going to take? 15 minutes, right, at tops, right? So if they can commit themselves to 2 minutes, they can commit themselves to 10 minutes. They can commit themselves to 10 minutes, they can commit themselves to an hour, right? It's all a matter of saying, listen, I can do this really quick. We can make this happen. What's your username going to be? Impulsive. Tonality is critical. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. So if you say, I'm looking for somebody to work with by the end of the week, it doesn't sound very realistic. It's like, listen, I'm looking to sit down with somebody ASAP by the end of the week so that we can do some business together, right? You my plumber? Yes. If not, no. So focus on the urgency factor. Third one is the Jones effect. Now the Jones, it goes by the term keeping up with the Joneses, right? I buy a nice pen, all of a sudden somebody buys a nice pen. I buy a new phone, they like it, all of a sudden somebody buys a new phone. Nobody ever wants to feel like they're the person that's a trendsetter. So by listing the fact that, we're working with, over 10,000 businesses on the network, this allows it so that people are like, oh, okay, this, they're not just some small company, they actually have some traction behind them. Talking about companies like Staples using this, UPS stores. I've set up a lot of UPS stores and tell people, like, they're independently operated, but, I work with a few UPS stores myself. And even name dropping. So you get a general contractor, you're talking about business. Sometimes they know other people, so it's a great relating term to it. So that way they're more inclined to be like, oh, if he's doing it, then I should do it as well, right? So talk about other people that are on it. Utilize the network itself. We had a real estate agent join us a couple of weeks back, and I showed him the network for Jeff Brown from Team Brown Real Estate out of Winnipeg, And I say, listen, he's using this for the request feature, but he's using this for the network aspect as well. So this is a great opportunity for you to get in front of a lot of people, right? And showing them the business accounts, the business network itself, and showing them that there's over 11,400 business communities in there, with some communities that have about 1,900 business owners in there. So all of a sudden they're like, oh my god, like this is happening. This is something I need to wrap my head around and actually get involved with. So focus on the Jones effect. Next one is importance. Three factors in deal with importance. You want to be able to you want to be able to importance the client itself. You want to be able to importance yourself, as well as you want to be able to importance Get Assist. So when it comes down to importance in the client, it's looking at their work and saying, oh my god, that's beautiful work that you do, right? You're putting them up on a pedestal, right? You want to be sincere. You don't want to be fake, right? Because people can read that very quickly. So comment and let them know importance in them on who they are, right? Their organization. When it comes down to the second importance part of it is importance in yourself, right? So talking about that, I'm responsible for dealing with these kind of industry. I'm responsible for the roofing industry. I'm responsible for the wedding sector. I'm responsible for the pet sector, right? My job is to make sure that I've got somebody that's on the network by the end of the week, right? So now you're putting yourself not just as a sales representative, but a key member towards the organization, right? And every single person in this organization is a key member of this organization. So as a sales representative, you are the person that generates revenue for the company. So you are an important role to this organization. So make yourself feel like that. And thirdly, its importance in Get Assist, right? Talking about the backstory of Get Assist, where it started, where it ended up going to, and where we are now, and where we're looking to plan on getting ahead. So what you do is that you paint a big picture for them, so they're not looking at just as some lead generation site or some marketing advertising company or just a social media network. It's something that's bigger than all of us. So focus on that important side. The greed factor, let's talk about the G. Everybody's greedy. I don't care who you are, right? You find $5 on the ground, you're going to pick it up, right? When it comes down to greed, people love a discount, right? So I've slipped out discounts out there, probably more than most people, but it is what it is, right? If people see the value in it, you want to be able to put them on there. It's finding a need as well. So I've always said this to my guys: I don't sell a steak to a vegetarian. It says something in itself. If somebody says, I'm in it for the lead side of it, show them the lead generation. If somebody's in it for the networking side, show them the networking side of it. If they're not tech savvy, I show the simplicity of it. Right, looking to hire, I show them the job posting. Right, even for the analytical people, I show them the reports feature. Right, but I'm not showing them every single thing out there. Right, I'm going giving them stuff that they need. Right, and then with the membership cost of it, it's inexpensive enough as it is. But if you need to throw a discount out there just to sweeten the pot and get them over the thinking about it for 24 hours and getting them to buy, do it. Right, so greed, everybody's greedy. It is what it is. The last impulse, it's probably one of the most powerful impulses out there. If used properly. If not, it can be a very big deterrent. It's called indifference. The thing about sales is a lot of people can see the dollar signs in your eyes. You don't want that. You want to be the person that feels like you woke up in the morning and you already got 3 sales, right? So it's the art of not really caring if they buy or not. So, and it's not a brush off. So if you're saying, well, if okay, I'll find somebody else, right? Hang up the phone, or yeah, I'll find somebody else. Have a great day. That's not a difference. That's just you being you just being abrasive with the person. Indifference is more like, listen, I need a guy. If it's not going to be yourself, I'll have to find somebody else. But you're here with me right now, right? I really like what you do, right? I'm sure we can come to some kind of terms where we can work together here. What do you say, right? Can we hash this out and work out a deal, right? If they do, great. But at the end of the day, don't be desperate. Desperation, it lets off a bad smell, and they can smell it, and now all of a sudden they're the ones in control, and they're the ones that are going to dictate whenever they're going to buy it. So if you got to realize with Get Assist, I mean, we're one of a kind. How easy is it to find another plumber? Pretty easy, right? If I offered you $200 right now to go and find me a plumber, you'd find one, and you probably get one within the hour. But here's the thing, I mean, you get one within the hour and you sell them, you make $200. right? So the opportunity is there for you. Impulsing is something that is been used for many years, and it's going to be used again for many years, right? What we've done was we've just essentially told you, I've just told you exactly what those impulses are. So, and you're going to look at it now when you turn on a commercial, when you get somebody at Walmart looking for you to upcharge on something, upsell you on something, that it's an impulse. So use it and utilize it. It's essentially like giving the recipe for candy to a kid. So use it properly. Don't abuse it. If you abuse it, um, you're gonna come across as that sleazy salesman, right? So be impulsive, right? Use it often. You're not going to be able to perfect them overnight, but use one day where you're using fear of loss, another day you're using urgency. Mix it up, switch it up, right? Be aware of it, right? And before you know it, you're throwing out 3, 4 impulses in one sentence. So hope this helps you guys out a lot. I'm really loving these videos that I'm doing here. I'm gonna be throwing some more out there. Give me some more suggestions on what you guys want to do, and I'll make it happen for you guys. Happy hunting. I'll see you guys on the board. Go get assist.